Guys, you know what time it is, bitches. It's pump it up time. All right, so let's start off with a story. Say you're going to hire a plumber, or you're starting a company and you want plumbers to work for you, right? You're interviewing plumbers. This is going to go somewhere, I swear. And the first guy comes in and he's a younger guy. And you go, all right, so you're a plumber. And he's like, yes, I'm a plumber. I'm like, what do you know about plumbing? And he's like, pretty much a good amount of stuff. Well, what kind of experience do you have? And he's like, well, I've been a plumber for a couple years. Okay. All right. So we pay this much. What do you need as an employee here of this company? And he goes, well, I like to work 3 days a week and take two off. And I don't like to think about work when I leave home, right? And you're like, okay, all right. So it's hard to find plumbers. It is what it is, right? Plumbers get paid pretty well. Good plumbers. The next guy comes in, he's a little older. And you're like, so how long have you been a plumber? And he goes, I grew up plumbing. My family had a business. My dad was a plumber. So I've been around it my whole life. I started the union when I was like 19, plumbers union, and I'm 40 right now. I live being a plumber. And you're like, you live being a plumber? It's like, and the guy says, yes, all I ever wanted to do is be a plumber. He's like, I wanted to learn everything about being a plumber. So I've done a lot of trench work. I've done a lot of root removal. I've done a lot of PVC work. I'm a good copper solderer. I'm not a plumber, just so you know. I'm just saying, telling you this story. You're like, wow. Okay. And what do you expect from us as your employer? And he's like, well, I'd like to get the most hours I can. And if you have any problems, call me at home, no problem. I'm good at figuring out stuff. And you're like, wow. Okay. Who are you going to hire to be your plumber? People don't get this. People always think about themselves first. What can you get from a company, or what can you get from life? But they don't think about the way life really works. And that's the way fitness is, okay? If you don't live it, you don't do it. If you part-time it, you get part-time results. You get part-time pay. You have to live and want to be fit. And listen, fitness for everybody is totally their own thing. Some guys want to be big. Some guys want to be ripped. I think it's not even what you want to be, it's coming to the fullness of what you can be that's important. You get what I'm saying? Do you understand? If you want to achieve your fitness goals, one, don't look beside you and say, that guy's arms are bigger than mine, or that guy's legs are bigger than mine, or that guy's calves, or wow, that guy's always shredded, right? Your fitness starts with you and you moving forward, not with anybody else, right? It's cool to idolize people, though. Don't get me wrong. When I was young, I had bodybuilder posters. Back in the day, there used to be magazines, and you could get like like big posters of bodybuilders like Arnold. Uh, there was this one guy, Buffito, that I had up on my wall, Lou Ferrigno. There was like, a lot of these just bigger than life guys. I had them on my wall because I wanted to be big, right? And I'd think about it, and I'd be so excited to go train, and I'd be mad at my parents when I was young because I couldn't get amino acids or protein powder, like unless I bought it myself, right? But that's how much I wanted it. So let's move this to real life, right? Because I'm 53 years old. When I wanted to get in construction, I picked a trade. I became a bricklayer first. And all I wanted was to be the most awesome bricklayer. I wanted to be the fastest, cleanest bricklayer. I wanted to know how to read prints. I wanted to do whatever it took to move forward with my career. Just so you know, I hardly ever lay brick anymore, but I still work in construction. But it was my dream to be the best I could be. And I didn't want to part time it or half ass it. I took it the way you should take your fitness, 110, 120%. So when you're not in the gym, you should want to be in the gym. You should be wanting to figure out your diet situation. You should, if being ripped your thing, then you should want to do cardio. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a point where cardio gets bad when you do too much, right? I've seen it. But you can still do a lot of cardio without it being too much, as long as you're eating right and resting good. But that's another thing too, okay? So like, is it such a bad thing to want to go to the gym on your rest day? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, you have to force yourself sometimes to say, whoa, my body's not ready. I really want to go. Like lately, what I've been doing is there is no off days, but I'll find like a muscle that's least worked or find some odd and end or do some cardio just to go to the gym because I want to be there. That's what fitness is about. That's what fitness should be about. And let's just start with the excuses because I've heard them all. I've heard all the excuses. Oh, I get home and I'm too tired from work, and or I can't do that diet. I would be too tired. How do you have energy? People always think that there's some kind of tank, right? And that once you run out of that tank, you're done. So what they do is they try to save energy to keep fuel in their tank, and ends up happening is they never spend their energy and they just get lazy. So be careful of that trap because I see it happen to a lot of people. You don't need to save energy to have energy. That's not how it works. There is no tank. There is no empty. Empty is when you're physically drained or emotionally drained and you're just empty. Now, if you have those problems, you might want to see a doctor, right? But if you're working a full day and you're not getting rest, yeah, you should take a nap. But like, don't make excuses is what it comes down to, the gist of it, right? And if you don't want to do it, don't do it, but don't make excuses. Don't listen. I know why you make excuses. Because you feel insufficient if you don't. And you try to be apologetic to yourself and make it okay, right? But I'm not here to fucking coddle you. I don't give two fucks what you do. You either do it or you don't. That's up to you. You get that, right? Because when I go to the gym, I don't make excuses as to why I have not achieved my goals. I just keep going. And I don't sit there and brag or whatever, like, oh, or live in the past, right? You know how many guys have come up to me over the years and said they used to be as big as me? I learned a while back that here's what I say when people come up to me and say that. Oh, cool. Let me see a picture. Well, I don't have any pictures. Oh, well, friend me on Facebook. I'll check out your Facebooks. Let's see what you. Oh, I don't have any pictures on Facebook because it never happened. Only in your mind it happened, right? Listen, I don't mean to be a dick, but don't live in the never was. Make your life something now. Be a somebody because you are a somebody. Maybe you're not a somebody for fitness. Maybe you've got a great personality, but you should not feel insufficient because of that, right? If you give all you can, you give all you can. If you're not a fitness guy, don't be a fitness guy. I don't care, right? I do care, but I mean, I can't make you do what you need to do. Only you can. What makes somebody move forward and what makes somebody freeze? Training. Everybody's got a different fight or flight instinct. Training can change that. Habits can change that. Is that why you're here? You want to do better? Okay, I'm down. I'll try to inspire you. But if you don't do it, you didn't disappoint me. You disappointed yourself. And then you're going to be on yourself, right? Small battles. Choose small battles you can win. Each time you will get better. You don't owe me anything. You don't owe anybody anything. The only person you owe anything to is yourself. Maybe your kids. Everybody wants to look good in their kids' eyes, but who knows? Some people nowadays, not so much. I had an awesome arms day. Still on my clean bulk. This is the way it's going to stay for a while, till April. It's 3/7/2024. This is my journal entry. And I guess kind of another rant. But the thing is, if you want to be achieving your fitness goals, you have to really want it in here, right? If you don't really want it, don't pretend you do. It's just not that important to you. So I have 3 sons. All of them are different. Each one of them places importance on different things, right? Everybody is different. No matter how you raise 3 kids, they're all individuals. So, yeah. Me and my brother are totally different guys. Raised by the same parents, totally different people. Just the way it is. Something environmentally is different, and genetically people are different even if they come from the same parents. So, if you want to do it, you can do it. I know you can. Do you know you can do it? Got a truck I really love. It's a 1996 GMC Dually. Big ass gas engine. It's blacked out. Got some dings in it. It's badass though. And my buddy said to me the other day at work, I said, dude, I love my truck. I don't know why. Cause he's like, oh, you could buy a new truck. And I'm like, but I love my truck. I love it. I don't know why. And he goes, I know why. He goes, because it's old and it's badass like you. And I was like, thank you. I appreciate that. But it's true. My truck suits me, right? It's got some dings in it. It's been through some shit, but it's still badass. You wear life on your face sometimes. People can see who you really are. Whether you want to put out whatever you want to put out, it doesn't matter. People see who you are sometimes. So, if you really want it, I believe in you. Get out there and get it.